Welcome back, everyone. We're back here for another Fans Dugout episode, and we have fans from KKR and SRH. That's the first match today, and we're excited to see how this match goes. So we'll begin with the SRH fan in the house first. Welcome, Samrit. What are you expecting from SRH today? How do you think they'll perform today?
Well, the last game was really heartbreaking for us. I mean, if you look at the CSK, I think we had it in most of the time where we played there. Kane Williamson, he hasn't got that striking ability, but still, I think we had to win that match to release some pressure. Now it's like a do or die game for us. But honestly speaking, I feel things are not looking good for Sunrisers. Like I told, David Warner is not being himself. He's firing middle order. Players are not taking up responsibility, leaking runs at crucial stages. Like the game against Rajasthan, 97% of the match was in our favor, and somehow we let it go. Khalil Ahmed needs to step up. Players not taking up responsibilities. So honestly, I think things are not looking good. But as they say, no matter how dark the sky is, the sun always rises again. So I'm still backing my team to make it to the playoff. Hopefully, we can do it and start the momentum from today.
Yep.
That's what I think.
It's a crucial match for both the teams. Moving on to the Kolkata Knight Riders fan, Arco Owen Morgan was the captain for the last match out, and it was not a good first outing for him as a captain. But I am expecting that he'll definitely come up with some better tricks and he'll come up with better tactics today. What are you expecting from your team today?
Honestly, I'm a big Morgan fan. Since my childhood days, I have been following Morgan. Even when he was playing for Ireland.
Yeah.
And it happened. It was his first match. There was a lot of pressure from the management, etc. I don't know what happened inside there. And after the Punjab match, our chances looked dicey. In Punjab's match, we showed a lot of character. However, in the last two matches, we leaked runs in the death overs. We had no proper batting order, and the last thing is you never know with Morgan. He might change things upside down. The captain he is, and yeah. So that's all. I really hope KK wins today. It's a very crucial match for today.
It was really crucial for both the teams. I guess this is the matchup for the fourth position, given how RCB played yesterday. Before we move on to today's match, just a quick recap on how RCB played yesterday. What were your thoughts about how De Villiers finished the game yesterday?
Superman. Absolute
Superman. But I think it was poor bowling from Unadkat. I mean, he's not bowling to any tail-ender, man. He's bowling to AB de Villiers. You're giving length balls. I don't know what's going on in his mind. It's okay if you're bowling to any under-19 batsman or any inexperienced player. You're bowling to one of the most destructive batsmen out there, and you're still giving length balls. He bowled a good Yorker. Why can't he bowl that Yorker again? Why he needs to go back to the slow ball? He's been hit for a couple of sixes. He bowls a good Yorker, goes back to the slow ball again, and balls it right in his slot. I really don't. It was Rajasthan game, man.
All the matches, all the balls which Unadkat bowled were overpitch balls to AB de Villiers.
Yeah,
that's common sense. You cannot bowl a overpitch ball to ABD.
Yeah. Yes, you cannot.
Weren't you surprised by the fact that Rajasthan actually chose to give the 19th over to Unadkat rather than giving it to Jofra Archer? Like, we all know that how important the penultimate over can be, and they chose to go for Unadkat instead of giving it to Jofra Archer.
Maybe they didn't have enough confidence in Unadkat that he'll defend in the last over. So they maybe gave him the penultimate over and see what happens. Maybe they wanted... even if I think if it have given around 18 to 20 runs for Jofra Archer, maybe he could have done it. But like AB de Villiers just took the game away, man.
First thing first, I don't know why Rajasthan always has this affinity towards Unadkat. For the last 3 years, 9 crores, 11 crores and 7 crores.
Yeah.
I see no sense in buying Unadkat for this much bigger price bracket and also playing him. I'm really amused.
And one more thing, what really surprised me was, why wasn't Ben Stokes bowling? Is he not fit to bowl?
Yeah, I mean, it's been quite surprising. Like,
Ben Stokes, they aren't. Yeah.
They haven't.
I think he could have done a better job than Unadkat.
Yeah.
Maybe could have got hit for a couple of sixes, but I still think he could have done a better job. I don't think he's fit to bowl. Even in the last time when he played for the Test series in England, he did not bowl in the last Test match when he played.
Yep.
So maybe some fitness issues. Who knows?
Okay, so moving on to you, Samrid, how do you think your team will line up today? Are you expecting any changes in your lineup from the previous match, or are you happy with how they played out last time?
Well, I think if you look at the press conference or the interview which David Warner took in the last match, he said that we want to pick a team play depending on the condition, no matter even if it uh, comes down to dropping your big players. But they haven't been doing that since last couple of games. I know I've been telling you this. They need to drop an overseas batter to bring in an extra all rounder to bring that balance in the team. But like they haven't been doing that, so I don't think they will do that in this match as well. For such a crucial match, maybe getting that extra batter in place of Shehbaz Nadeem. I don't think Shehbaz Nadeem has been doing well since the last couple of games. Maybe replace a Khalil with a Basil Thampi. That may be an option, but I don't think any changes will happen unless David Warner changes his mind, gives Johnny Bairstow a rest and plays a Jason Holder or a Fabian Allen or someone. But I don't think that will happen. Same team, maybe one or two changes.
And moving on to you, Arko, are you expecting any changes from the Knight Riders today, or
Yeah,
you think they'll
two
play the same
changes.
team? Yeah.
Considering Warner will be batting, so I think I'll bring Kuldeep for Prasid,
Yeah.
and I'll bring Lockie for Chris Green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to ask him the same question actually. Chris
Yeah.
Green is being wasted, and express pace of Lockie Ferguson will be definitely an X factor today if he
Yeah.
plays.
It'll be interesting to watch this matchup, but we'll quickly move on to the next match as well. It's Mumbai versus Kings 11. We have Shraddha here, who's a fan of Mumbai as well. So, Shraddha, what are your thoughts on how Mumbai will play today?
Yeah, so can you hear me, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We can.
thanks. So from the last match which we have seen, it was a great match between MI as well as with the KKR. So I hope
great for
they will Sorry?
It was great for you, not for us.
Yeah, but yeah, I hope this time also they will be continuing their form as well.
Yeah. And what do you guys think about how Kings will perform today? We don't have any Kings fan here, so let's just go with you guys. Samrit, how do you think Kings will play out today? We've all seen how they're unable to finish off the innings. I mean, they've always started better in the past two matches. They've been good in the start, but then eventually they're not able to finish the innings, and they just won it by a 6 last time out. So, how do you think they'll perform today?
Yeah. I think they have nothing left now. I think they just need to go all out and play without fear. I would like to highlight 2 points.
Yeah.
One is Chris Gale's batting position.
Yeah.
Yes, Mayank Agarwal and KL Rahul has been brilliant as an opening pair. They've been probably the most successful opening pair in this season.
Yeah.
But if you're playing Chris Gale, you want him to play as many deliveries as possible to create an impact. Even though he played well in the last game, but I still feel KL Rahul and Chris Gale, like they did in 2018 season, Mayank Agarwal can come down to 3. And another thing is, I don't really understand what they're doing with Glenn Maxwell.
Yeah.
If you want him to be your finisher, you need to bat him at 5 or 6. If you want him to get extra time in the middle, why not send him at 3?
Yeah.
And Nicholas Pooran has been doing that. Why not send him at 3 and take a chance? If he gets going, he can win you the game, just like Chris Gale or anyone like that. And they have been using him in the power play.
KKR match. They sent Parsimran and the keeper, Singh.
Yeah,
I forgot his
I
name.
really don't understand that. If you don't want Maxwell in your team, you can bring in a Mujib or Hardest Billion. He hasn't got a game. Maybe you give him a chance as well if you're not utilizing Maxwell properly. I don't really understand. And I think he even said it on social media or somewhere, I guess. Like his role keeps changing every time he goes out to play for Kings 11.
Yeah.
So not utilizing Maxwell properly. They could have given us Maxwell.
Or rather bring in Jimmy Nisham
Yeah.
for
I was thinking the same.
give it extra bowling.
Yep. They might as well try Jimmy Nisham out there. I mean, he can at least put in a better performance, and Maxwell really hasn't hit that form, I guess. So I don't think
Yeah, his
to deserve
form
to play some
in
spot, but then
yeah, his form in England and Australia T20 or maybe one day series was well in the last match with Alex Carey. They performed well. They both scored a century in the last ODI. Maybe I'm wrong with it. So he was in a good form, but still he's unable to catch that form again.
Yeah.
So I hope so. If he can get a chance to bat early in maybe at position 4, so he might can perform well. But as we all know, like both Mayank Agarwal as well as KL Rahul are performing really well. So it's been difficult for Chris Gayle to find his position. But we all know, like everyone knows what he can do and what he did in just a first game he played. So like yeah, there is a lot of pressure on the captain as well as on coach where they should put the Chris Gayle.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have to decide it. We can't just think for it because like they have a lot of pressure because Chris Gayle is a big name and he is a big performer.
Yep.
So the pressure is on captain. He's new, so he is taking pressure a lot already. He hasn't won a lot of games, just 2 games he won.
Yeah.
That's why like he is having a lot of pressure.
Yeah. I like the fact that
okay, continue. I'll see
yeah.
later.
I like the fact that how Chris Gayle gave the post-match interview. Like he asked me, well, like was he nervous a bit, and then his reply was, "Come on, man, it's the universe boss batting," and he was never really nervous. So I really like his confidence, but I would like to see how he would perform today.
Universe boss was upside down. He said,
Yeah,
"It's
I
the
know.
name you should give respect."
It'll be
Just his
interesting to see
positive
how he
energy is
performs.
enough to lift the team. No?
Sorry?
Just his presence in the field, his positive energy, what he brings to the team,
Yes,
that is
yes,
just
exactly.
enough to sparkle something in the team, which might turn things around for Punjab. Who knows? And another thing I think Punjab will be happy about is the way Jordan bowled the death. They definitely needed a death bowler, and I feel Jordan bowled well, which is another good sign for Punjab. And even Harshdeep Singh, he also bowled really well in the death in the last match. So quite a few positives for them. So let's see. I'm backing Punjab to win this match. I really want some, changes. Mumbai is keeping on winning, man.
Yeah.
They probably have the best squad in this tournament, but just to change things around, just to bring in some excitement.
I'm tired of seeing Mumbai winning the cup every year.
Yeah.
They never do.
Yeah.
Some new winner this time.
Yeah, but I'm definitely sure this year the IPL might not be having the same winner again. I definitely think it'll be someone from RCB or DC who might lift the cup.
Yeah.
I'm expecting that, but let's see how things go. But yeah, definitely not Mumbai. Sorry, Shraddha.
I was saying the second match. Punjab is a top-heavy team. After Mayank, KL, and Gayle, there is no such to continue the innings. That why they shut off in the end.
Yeah.
And considering Mumbai death bowling, Bumrah, Bolt, and I think even
Patterson
will
come back today. Yeah.
Considering that, I don't see a big chance of Punjab winning today.
Yep.
One more point I would like to highlight.
Good for us.
Yes, sir.
So, okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Will Chris Lynn get a game in this tournament?
I really hope this is a game of a player.
He wants, like he performed very well in last year, so I hope he will get a chance.
I think when Mumbai gets a Q besides their name, I think then they will give him a chance.
They will drop Quinton de Kock and Ishan Kishan will keep and Len will come back.
Yeah.
But knowing Mumbai, I think they would want to maintain that first position. Win as many games as possible, keep their position at number 1 or number 2. But I really want Chris Lynn to play.
Yep. A lot of players that we would like to play, but then it's in the end it's the team's decision. But I don't think Mumbai would change their winning combination. I mean, they've been good so far, so I think this is what their team will be if they move on to the playoffs and in the final. So they'd want their lineup to get as much experience and as much game time that they can get, so that they can
I don't think Hardik Pandya is going to ball in this tournament, right? I don't think he'll ball.
Yeah, I don't think he might.
He has a big back injury, right? I don't think he'll ball.
I don't think they'll risk it, so I don't think he might.
Hope he balls when he plays for India. When he plays for India, hope he balls.
Yeah, then he might.
Yeah.
I mean, India are coming to Australia for their tour in Australia. So we just got the update today that they might be coming. I'll just let you know that they'll start by the end of November, and they have like three T20s, 3 ODIs, and 4 Test plans. So it'll be interesting to see how.
I don't think that in that time the
lockdown restrictions.
Stadium will be open.
I don't think
will be open for
would
people.
Be open, but
because like the thing as per the things are going, I don't think that
Yeah.
stadium will be open for people.
So, coming back to today's match, Samrit, who do you think might be a danger man from your opposition today? Who do you think will be the key target for SRH to get today?
Owen Morgan, I think. Batting wise, Owen Morgan definitely. Maybe Shubman Gill, but like I said, X factor maybe Lockie Ferguson if he plays. If he rattles up David Warner and Bairstow early up front, it will be really difficult for Priyam Garg or Manish Pandey to handle his express pace. So I hope Lockie Ferguson doesn't play and Sunrisers come out on top.
And Narco, who do you think might be the danger man from your opposition today?
First of all, I would really want Kuldeep to play because I am really getting this sensation in my mind that Warner might just come out. And to hold him, I think it's only Kuldeep can hold him.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping Kuldeep can get back into the side and just rattle up Warner.
Yeah. And moving to you, Shraddha, who do you think will be the danger man for Kings 11 today?
Oh, for Kings 11 or from Kings 11?
From Kings 11, sorry.
Yeah. From Kings 11, I think KL Rahul and Gale. If Gale is playing, I think he will play, and I might think that he will open with Rahul or maybe with Samsung. No, with Mayank today. I think he will open and Rahul will come on 3.
And if you want to speak about your team, who do you think Kings 11 should be wary of if they're facing you today?
About Rohit, is always like he's always a danger man for opposition, and Pollard.
Good to know. So I guess we'll just conclude with your predictions for the top 4 as Samrat asked last time. So any changes to your top 4 or are you still sticking to the same top 4 that you thought will make the playoffs this season? So who do you think will be the top 4 players, top 4 teams?
MI, Delhi, RCB, and as a SRH fan, Sunrisers.
I think you'd go with Sunrisers. And moving to you, Arko, who do you think will make the top 4 this season?
Seeing the points table, the top 3 is fixed. DC, MI, and
But you never know with RCB.
I've been getting this a lot with all the fans. Like everyone has been saying the same. Like RCB might choke, or people don't have this confidence in RCB. But I think they've shown.
I think this time they are. This time they are performing.
KKR fans have a very big allergy towards the RCB and the MI fans. A big, very big rivalry. I'm coming from KKR fan. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
We just can't see RCB and MI doing well.
Yeah. These are just rivalries.
RCB is like imagine if RCB even qualifies for the playoff and they're playing the eliminator against a good quality team, and in the first 6 overs ABD Virat go back. What will they do?
I know.
But
they will
still,
not come back from that position again.
But still, people are worrying about RCB. It's a dangerous team, don't you think so?
It is a dangerous team with the bowling sorted out and a much balanced team. They are looking good.
Yeah, right now it's a balanced team among everything.
But I like the way how Akshar Patel finished the game off for Delhi yesterday. I mean, everyone is expecting.
Revenge taken from Dhoni.
Yeah.
No one thought
I also thought the same.
Bowling and batting wise.
Yeah.
I also thought the same. Like once Dhoni finishes in when he was in Pune.
Yeah.
Pune Super Giants, when he was there, he finished the same way. 6-6-6 last ball.
But Dhoni said at the end that Bravo was not fit to bowl the last over. What does it mean? He's your main death bowler and you're not giving him the death over at last over. Why did he give to Jadeja again? Never expected this from Dhoni that he'll give to Jadeja.
Yeah.
Not fit in the sense, was he having any fitness issue to bowl the last over? Or he felt that last over maybe with 2 left-handers he couldn't have been that effective. But again, 2 left-handers, why did he give Jadeja then again?
Nitin, sorry to interrupt. I'm getting a call. I need to pick that up. So I need
to... Sure, Arko. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining.
Sorry.
Yeah, not
thank you.
Thanks, Arko. Yeah, I guess it was a tactical move by Dhoni. I guess he probably might not have been fit physically, or even if he thought that okay, so it was two left-handers batting, so he might have thought that Jadeja might be a better option, but it's just something that didn't work out yesterday for him today, just like how it didn't work out for RCB playing ABD down the line. So it's just part of the game, and it was just not the day. So in the end, it's a part and parcel of the game. So I just hope that CSK bounce back again tomorrow when they're playing
Yeah,
RR.
we are.
It'll be a
I am
very
also
interesting
hoping for
matchup when
CSK.
because whoever wins that one can still have their hopes alive for making the playoffs. Else,
Yeah.
the other team would definitely be out of the race. So we'll get a few certain answers by tomorrow. So quite excited to see how tomorrow's matches go as well. So also, Shraddha, quickly, your predictions on who will make the top four this season?
MI, RCB, Delhi, and CSK.
Yeah. So let's hope CSK
As I,
make
s-
it.
yeah, as I said last time, the same is with me always.
Yeah.
Like just hoping that tomorrow CSK wins and we can see them in the top four.
Yep. So on that note, I guess we'll conclude today's session, and hopefully you guys have a great weekend and enjoy today's matches. And yep,
Yeah.
I'll definitely see you guys next time. So until then, take care and have a great weekend. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for
you too,
joining
man.
us, guys.
Thanks